What if I told you the most underrated superpower? It's not speed, it's not strength, but it's empathy. Empathy. And empathy is not about feeling sorry for others, it's about feeling with them. It's not sympathy where you're feeling sorry for somebody because of something. It's feeling and trying to understand their point of view, their feeling, what they're saying. Three main types of empathy: cognitive empathy, understanding thoughts; emotional empathy, sharing feelings; compassionate empathy, acting to help. In my personal development journey, having empathy has helped me. And one of the ways that it's helped me is understanding where people are coming from. So being able to understand, I have a point of view, and so do you. This is what I am saying. This is what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. You may not understand what I'm saying. But you hold this power, because if you have cognitive empathy, where you understanding thoughts, you can understand where this person is coming from. It doesn't mean that you agree with them, but you can stop yourself from getting into a deep argument or a deep debate, knowing it's not going to go anywhere, because the other person maybe does not understand where you're coming from. Why is empathy a superpower? It improves self-awareness. It improves relationships. Being around people and they feel heard if they tell you their story, if they share something with you, it builds trust and it builds better relationships. Career advantage. Leaders with high empathy increase employee engagement and innovation. Conflict resolution. As I said before, being able to see somebody else's point of view rather than just constantly bashing heads and not getting anywhere. And it helps your mental health. Being in a situation where you're in less conflict, less stress, because you're not overwhelming yourself to go out of your way to disagree with someone or not have an understanding of what that person's going through and it's all about me, what about me? You're able to boost your mental health because you're at a place of understanding. I understand where you're coming from. And at the end of the day, if you've got a disagreement with someone, it's not about winning an argument. It's more about understanding, is there any potential to win this argument? And if there's not, agree to disagree. But without empathy, you won't have the emotional intelligence to be able to say, okay, I can see this argument is not going anywhere. I'm just gonna understand where they're coming from. I have an understanding of where they're coming from. They may not see where I'm coming from, but I'm going to leave this here. Otherwise, what you're doing, going round and round and round and round in circles. Ways that you can strengthen empathy is by active listening. I struggled with this quite a lot because my brain, I feel like it works quite quick. So when someone's saying something, I'm already at the end. I know what you're going to say. But that's not active listening. That's just listening to respond. And one of the main communication skills that you need to learn during your personal development is listening to understand rather than just listening to respond. And the difference is, when someone is talking to you, you actually listen and wait till they get to the end. And then you decide, what did I get from that? And how do I respond to that? Rather than listening, and as they're talking, you're preparing your answer. You're preparing your answer. And this can happen a lot in relationship arguments, sibling arguments, a place of work. Someone says something to you and straight away gets your back up. And instead of taking time to say, okay, let me let them get to the end and then work out where this conversation is actually going, you're just, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're saying this to me. I can't believe they're saying this to me. And as they're speaking, you're just building your response. So empathy will help you start to be an active listener, actually listening to what is being said here. Another way is perspective, having a look at perspective in the sense of, what does this situation look like in their minds? Because it looks like this in my mind, but is there a chance that it might, from their point of view, look very different to mine? These are all practices you need to do, but it will take time. But the more you're aware of it, the more you can work on it. Replace assumptions with open-ended questions. Instead of assuming this is what this person is saying to me, ask them, from what you said to me, is it correct that I understand it this way? Mind-blowing. How many situations have you been in that you just make an assumption? They've said something and you're like, no, they said this and this is what they meant, but you're not sure that's what they meant. So get into a habit of just asking. And they may say, no, that's not what I meant. And straight away, that problem is resolved. So act curious instead of just placing judgments. Most importantly, work on your self-empathy. Being able to understand yourself better will help you in all these different situations and scenarios where you need to use empathy. How would I like other people to respond to me in such a situation? What should I take away from a situation that I had no control over, but I feel like I wish I had a chance to say more, I wish I said more? What can you take away from that so that when you're faced with the same situation, you're more prepared? Building empathy is a practice that you have to engage in every single day. And the more you engage in it, the more you will grow aware of situations where you need to apply empathy. But having that superpower of empathy, and for me, having an open mind to be able to ask yourself, is that what they meant? Or from their point of view, what does this look like? Will help you get so much further in relationships, will help you reduce stress of overthinking and over rehearsing responses in your mind to a situation that doesn't even exist. If you're new to my channel, my name is Agnes Wanja. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. Share the video with your friends and tell them to subscribe. Help me to grow my channel. Do like the video, do share the video, and I will see you on my next video.